welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Joy. If you guys did not know, I am a now graduated senior, and a while ago I made a video reacting to all my college decisions, and if you guys haven't watched it, I will link it. But I ended up getting accepted to Vanderbilt and getting the Cornelius Vanderbilt Scholarship, which is a full tuition scholarship with a less than 1% acceptance rate. And for this particular scholarship, you do need to write a 500-ish word essay. And I asked if you guys would want to see my supplemental and merit scholarship essay. So today I'm going to sit down and read them for you guys. Of course, I don't know what exactly got me into Vanderbilt or what got me the scholarship, but I do have my high school stats video, my Common App video, and my Vanderbilt supplemental and merit scholarship essays in this video. So if you guys want to check all of those out, feel free to. Hopefully it'll be helpful for you guys. At least when I applied, Vanderbilt had only one supplemental essay, which was an extracurricular activities essay, where you basically have to, in I think 300 words, describe an experience with an extracurricular activity of your choosing. Let me go ahead and get started. In my closet, I have band shirts, orchestra shirts, summer camp shirts, and more, but the largest category by far are my Science Olympiad shirts. A yellow children's small started my collection. I got it in 4th grade, my first year of Science Olympiad, when I memorized scientists for medals. Blue and green children's larges were added in middle school, which I wore proudly to compete alongside junior high teammates. The gray shirt from 9th grade reminds me of how crushed I felt when I was switched onto our school's B team. Though the odds were against us and we were expected to lose the national qualifier to our school's A team, my teammates and I prepared tirelessly. A blue shirt accompanied me to state, where after identifying rocks, reading maps, designing experiments, and taking tests, I won 5 medals. However, the triumph didn't last long, and I sobbed after learning that despite our efforts, our second place meant we couldn't advance as a team. An E-Flask decorated purple number, the last shirt I ever received, came with me, an A-team alternate to nationals. Along with my egg rotor machine, I didn't know would place 17th. The school I moved to sophomore year didn't have a Science Olympiad club. I teamed up with some juniors to start one, but in part due to my ignorance of the school system and lack of experience in recruiting and fundraising, it didn't come to fruition. Junior year, I became more familiar with the new school, and senior year I decided to try again. I spent weeks finding an advisor to sponsor our club. When the athletic director halted our efforts, citing conflicts with existing clubs, we researched other clubs and wrote letters to persuade him to change his mind. While waiting for his reply, we missed the first club approval Senate meeting. Though the process was frustrating at times, after months in and out of the director's office, we finally got permission to host meetings. Now, when I manage communications, help clubmates choose events, pull up examples of old binders I've made, or invite a new member to our club, I help others grow. Our club doesn't have shirts or guarantees to glory, but we're building memories and a safe space for learning. We're weaving the fabric from which, whether I'm around to witness or not, a powerhouse may be cut. That is my Science Olympiad essay. I ended up choosing to talk about Science Olympiad because it was something that I was dedicated to for a pretty significant portion of my life. And when I was brainstorming for this essay, I just thought about the absurd number of school shirts that I had growing up and how so many of them really were Science Olympiad shirts. Like I probably wore Science Olympiad shirts like 4 times out of a 7-day week. That was something that kind of stood out to me. So I decided to incorporate that, and I decided to connect my experiences to the different shirts I had in my closet. And I tried to bring it back together by at the end kind of putting in some shirt references. For the extracurricular activity essay in general, I would either A, try to go with something that you've been doing for a really long time and think if there's something kind of quirky or different about your experience in it, or if there's some aspect of that experience that you can use to sum up the entirety of your experience doing the extracurricular activity. Or if there's a passion that you have that is like really burning, you can write about that too. Or if you dropped an extracurricular activity and picked up another one and are really going ham in it, you can talk about the experience changing. Honestly, there's so many different things that you can do for extracurricular activities. It's just whatever stands out the most to you, or you devoted the most time to, or especially you're most passionate about. Because if it's something that you're passionate about and have been dedicating time to, you will have something hopefully to write about. So now I'm going to move on to my Cornelius Vanderbilt scholarship application. For this, you need to write a 500 word or less, I think, essay talking about why you want to major in the major that you chose. So for this one, I wanted to talk about the most impactful, or I guess like the most bling bling thing that I've ever done in high school, which was, if you guys watched my high school stats video, it was being part of a civil engineering team. I'm gonna go ahead and read it out for you guys. It started with cake, as many good things do. The taste of doughy chocolate coated my mouth as I smashed Wii controller buttons, Mario and Luigi dancing on screen. It was junior year summer and I was in Alabama catching up with old friends and hashing out a plan to enter into a competition which sought out plans for protecting pedestrians. We decided to answer with radio frequency identification systems, RFID, which consist of readers, antennas, and tags. Chips and tags store data. When readers' signals hit tags, tags respond back data in a different frequency, which is then captured by readers. RFID is durable, incredibly cheap, and conveniently, and security cards used by students to open school doors. So the idea came, what if we hooked up RFID sensors to traffic control devices in school intersections? What if the detection of a student RFID card activated signs or changed traffic patterns? Developing the idea was exhilarating. We bounced questions off of each other, researched answers, patched weak spots, and slowly built our plan, detailing it in an abstract and poster we completed over FaceTime. Competition day, we were exhausted, but our presentation went smoothly, and industry professionals gave us both advice and praise. Our poster won third in a pool of graduate students. With new possibilities whirring in our minds, we set our sights on a new goal. Senior year summer, we attended the 2019 Automated Vehicle Symposium, where we presented a poster about incorporating an RFID pedestrian detection system into smart cars. Taking up an entire hotel conference center, the convention was stocked with new ideas and their physical manifestations. When I rode in level 4 autonomous vehicles, I learned about the visions behind them. When I watched robots simulate car interactions, the developers told me about the cryptocurrency incorporated in the robots' communication systems. Sitting in on talks, I listened to the development process and ideas fueling new innovations like the EC-10, a driverless shuttle on roads in the Netherlands, and the platooning trucks driving produce in Texas. While developing our RFID ideas, I fell in love with the process of piecing technology together to create new solutions. But after the convention, I realized how much more there was to engineering, a field where ideas, developed through research, discussion, and trial and error, become physical products with tangible results. Whether it be in AI and computers or roads and produce transportation, engineering's beneficial effects are felt everywhere. I want to learn more about the ideas and inner workings behind current technologies, and with this knowledge, engage in discussions with passionate peers and see the impact our collective thoughts can have on our communities. So yeah, I really wasn't trying to be too creative with this essay. I really just wanted to get across the things that I wanted to say. I really focused on correctly portraying the events that happened, my thoughts, and how it affected me. And I also wanted to put some emphasis on the fact that this is kind of a big deal. None of this is really flowery or beautiful, but I do want to point out a couple things that maybe you guys can also implement. I tried to use a hook that wasn't really directly related to what I was going to talk about. So instead of like directly jumping into, oh, I was a part of this RFID based engineering team, blah, 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 I started off with a more vague but concrete moment, and then I kind of funneled in from there and became more and more specific. So that's something that you guys can do as well. If you directly tell your reader what you're going to talk about, that can be good too. But if you kind of hint and kind of draw them in a little bit, that can also be really good. You never know what your reader is going to be doing. They could be very tired, they could be very grumpy, they could have not had their morning coffee. So, you know, you just want to make it a little bit fun. Of course, there's a lot of different ways to approach the scholarship essay as well. I have not actually read any other Cornelius Vanderbilt scholarship essays, so I don't really know what to compare my own to. I have now officially shared basically everything that I have and that I submitted to Vanderbilt. If you guys liked this video, feel free to give it a like. If you guys want to see my Emory essays, I am also making a video on that. They're shorter and a lot more, I guess, like creative. And in that video, I'm also going to be giving basically a truckload of advice on how to approach these smaller essays and how to, I guess, kind of get more creative ideas. So if you guys want to watch that, feel free to stick around, you know, hit the subscribe button. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. If any of you guys want to answer those questions, feel free to answer them as well. I hope that everyone who is currently applying to college has a not too miserable time. I hope that you guys are staying safe and healthy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!